Hi guys, welcome back. Last time we discussed about biological method that is used to solve a biological problem. Today we will be focusing on an example of biological problem which can be solved with the help of a biological method. And with what problem is that? That is malaria. So the first problem that basically arose about 2000 years ago was the cause of malaria. That what is the cause of malaria? Scientists knew about it. There were people who were suffering from fever and chills, and there were recurring attacks of these fever and chills. What do you mean by recurring attack? They used to get better, and then they started having these symptoms again. So they scientists started observing that what is basically the cause. First thing they understood was people who were suffering from these symptoms were living in marshy areas. They were living in marshy areas. Then they thought it might be possible that it is because of the water of those marshy areas. It is polluted, right? But later on, it was concluded that it is not associated with the drinking of the marshy areas water. It was not associated with the drinking marshy waters. Okay. Later on, they gave that disease the name of malaria. They called it as malaria based on a Latin word, mala, meaning bad, and area, meaning air. As the air of the marshy areas was polluted, it was bad, therefore, it is known as malaria. It was called as malaria, right? So, this was how the word malaria was originated. Now, brief history of the treatment of malaria. We will focus on that. What happened was in the about 17th century when America was discovered, number of trees. Obviously, there was civilization that resulted in deforestation, and those trees were sent from America towards Europe to be used as medicine in the form of medicine. So, medicine can be extracted from those plants. For that purpose, those trees were sent from America to Europe in 17th century. What happened was there was a bark that is known as quina bark. It was known as quina bark. And physicians found out that this quina bark was very effective against fever and chills caused by malaria. Right? It was very effective against the fever and chills caused by malaria. So they started treating the patients of the malaria with the help of this quina bark. They extracted the medicine from it and they started treating patients. But then there were certain dishonest merchants. There were certain dishonest traders who started committing fraud. उन्होंने क्या किया? They replaced quina with a much cheaper cinchona bark. It was like a quina bark, but it was much cheaper as compared to the quina bark. But in conclusion, what happened? This cinchona bark produced much excellent result as compared to the quina bark, and in reality, it was much more advantageous as compared to the quina bark. Why? Because cinchona bark had a component that is known as quinine, and this quinine is a drug that is still being used for the treatment of malaria. Yeah. So this was how malaria was identified. It was named, and then the treatment of the malaria came into being. But the question still remains the same, that what is the cause of malaria? Nobody found out the cause of malaria. Then in 1878, there was a scientist, a French army physician, basically, Leverett. He started probing this fact that what might be the cause of the malaria. He started doing the blood test of the malarial patients, and he found out that within the blood of the malarial patient, there is a microorganism. He said there is a microorganism that is present in the blood of the malarial patient. So he was like, it might be possible that that microorganism is responsible for the cause of malaria. But number of scientists, they just rejected it. They said it is not the cause of the malaria. So his theory was rejected at that time. After certain years, more experiments were done, more things were done, and it again concluded that the similar microorganism that Levrin identified a few years back is the cause of the malaria, and that microorganism was known as Plasmodium. That is how Plasmodium was discovered within the blood of the malarial patient. When they examined the blood, they found out that there is a microorganism that was present within the blood of the malarial patient. इस तरह जो है ये एक आइडिया लगा हुआ उन लोगों को कि प्लाज्मोडियम इज द कॉज ऑफ मलेरिया. This was the identification of the biological problem, which was the first step in the biological method. The problem has been identified based on the number of observations. The basic observations that were made, there are 4 basic observations. The first one was the malaria in marshy areas. We knew that malaria is present within the marshy areas. So malaria and marshy areas have some connection with each other. The first observation was this. Then came quinine is an effective drug against malaria. Quinine was found to be a better drug that is responsible for treating malaria. The third one was the drinking the water of marshy areas does not cause water. The polluted water is not responsible for causing malaria. Then the last one was the plasmodium is seen in the blood of malarial patient. These were the 4 major observations. That is the second step of the biological method made based on the problem that were basically seen by the different physicians. So the second step is completed, that there were 4 observations made. Now based on these observations, the hypothesis was given, and that hypothesis is the plasmodium is the cause of malaria. Now remember, this is a general statement. What is it? It is a general statement. We are not saying that it is completely correct, and we are not saying that it is false. This is just a general statement that plasmodium is the cause of malaria. That plasmodium is responsible for causing malaria, right? It is just a general statement. There is no confirmation that it is correct or false. Then after hypothesis, there came the the next step, that is the deduction. Now we know deduction is an if and then statement, right? So the deduction was if. Make sure there is an if at the start of the statement if you are going to give a deduction. If plasmodium is the cause of malaria, then all person ill with malaria should have plasmodium in their blood. They give a reasoning. If plasmodium, अगर plasmodium cause है malaria का, then all people who are suffering from malaria should have plasmodium in their blood. They gave a reason, a logical reason for the hypothesis. So they concluded it with the help of the deduction. This concludes the deduction, and it moves us to the last step, that is the experimentation, that will prove whether our hypothesis is correct or it is incorrect. This is the major step. And for this purpose, what did they do? They took about 100 malarial patients and 100 healthy patients. If you remember, when we discuss experiments, we said there are 2 types of groups, a control group and an experimental group, right? So the 100 malarial patients is the experimental group, remember? And the 100 healthy patients are the control group. That is basically a reference group. So these 100 malarial patients and 100 healthy patients were taken for a comparison. So a comparison can be made between them. They examined the blood of these patients and these patients as well. Both of their blood examination was done, and what was found out that obviously 100 out of 100 had plasmodium in their blood. 100 out of 100 malarial patient had plasmodium in their blood. So from this experiment, from the experimental group, it was proven that plasmodium is the cause of malaria. So the hypothesis was correct, but there was still an issue. Obviously, according to all the observation and hypothesis, all of the 100 healthy patients should not have plasmodium in their blood, right? But 7 out of the 100 still had plasmodium. Now, what was the cause of the presence of this plasmodium in the healthy patient? That was the question. That why the plasmodium is present in the healthy patient. These healthy patients should be suffering from malaria if this is the cause. Then they concluded that these seven patients who had plasmodium in their blood, but they were not showing any symptom, the plasmodium was present in their blood in the incubation period. Where? Incubation period. This is the time period between the microorganism entering into the host and developing the symptoms. Microorganism body में enter हो जाता है host की, but it stays there without causing any damage. It does not cause any damage, but it stays there. It takes its time, and then after a certain time, it becomes active and start causing the symptoms to that patient. Because of which, then the healthy patient starts suffering from the symptoms of the malaria. The healthy individual will change into the experimental individual, that is the one suffering from the malaria. So this was the result of the experimentation, that 100 out of 100 malarial patient had plasmodium in their blood. They had plasmodium. So hypothesis was correct, proven correct, that plasmodium is in fact the cause of the malaria. Whereas 7 out of 100 still had plasmodium in their blood. Why? Because the plasmodium was present in the incubation period, the period between the resting phase and the active phase is that period where the microorganism will enter into the host. It will stay there without causing any damage, and after a certain time period, it will become active and it will start showing the symptom. The patient will start showing the symptoms of malaria. So this was the conclusion, and it proved our hypothesis as correct. And the hypothesis was that the plasmodium is the cause of malaria. And this is how this biological problem was solved. So I hope it is clear. I will discuss the next problem in the next video. If you have got any confusion in this topic, let me know in the comment section. I love hearing back from you all. And subscribe to my channel, like it, share it, and follow me on Instagram. And till next time, stay safe. Bye bye.